Bryan Cranston is in Springfield, Illinois, trying to dig back further into the mysterious paternal side of his family.
Hey. Hi, there you are. Good to see you again.
Good to see
Fine,
you
thank
again.
you.
I had some success looking into the 1910 census,
Right.
trying to find a record that would show your grandfather with his parents. And this is
Right.
what I found.
1910. They're in Cook County, Illinois. Let's see if I can find a Cranston. Cranston, here we go. Okay, is that Daniel?
Yes.
Daniel. So my great-grandfather's name is Daniel. I didn't even know that much. Margaret, my great-grandmother. Edward's son, his grandpa, 17 years old in 1910. Daniel's father was born in Ireland. Margaret's father, Ireland. So my great-great-grandparents were born in Ireland.
Right.
Okay, so Daniel married, number of years married? 41 years? That's amazing. That's a long time. They've been married 41 years. Here's the biggie. How many children? Could this be right? She had 11 born and 11 living?
Yes.
My God, 11 children. Wow. Okay, so now that we know the names of my great-grandparents, which before this moment I didn't know, Daniel and Margaret, how do we find out more about them?
I was able to find this.
Certificate of death. Full name, James Daniel Cranston, age 87 years. Name of the father of the decedent, Henry Cranston. Maiden name of mother, Sarah McLeod. I started this journey with only the names of my paternal grandparents, Edward and Alice Cranston. And today, I not only learned the names of my great-grandparents, James Daniel and Margaret, but also my 2 times great-grandparents, Henry and Sarah. Wait a minute. My great-great-grandfather, on the death certificate, it says he was born in England. On the census, it says he was born in Ireland.
The census is likely more accurate because it's probably firsthand information.
All right, so James Daniel Cranston, my great-grandfather, birthplace, Montreal, Canada. I didn't know until this moment that connection was on the table here. My appetite has been whet now. I'm curious to see where James Daniel Cranston came from.
I would suggest to go to Montreal. In Montreal, you have the Notre Dame Basilica, which has an extensive archive of baptism records.
Great. Oh, I'm excited. Thank you, Diane.
Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you. I'm so happy that Daniel appears to be an honorable guy. It appears Daniel stayed with his family. Unlike my father and his father, it's great to be able to dig deeper and not only find out more about my great-grandparents, but maybe my great-great-grandparents. So I'm heading to Montreal.
So the documents here come from as far back as 1642.
Wow.
And it's here that we have the baptism records for the parish.
I'm hoping to find out more about my great-grandfather, James Daniel Cranston, who was born in Montreal.
The information you had sent me, you thought that he was born in 1849. So,
All right, so
these
let me
are
see.
organized by year.
Here we are, 1849. I'm afraid to touch these almost. I don't want to
They're
ruin
amazing
them.
books.
All right.
Now, I've put a marker in the book.
So old.
If you look in the column on the left-hand side, you're going to see the baptisms are down the side.
Duclos, Clement, Belson, B. Daniel James Cranston.
So that means baptized.
Baptized Daniel James Cranston. All right.
I do have a translation that might
Okay.
help it clarify a little bit here.
So, the 24th of February, 1849, I, the undersigned, have baptized Daniel James, born about 5 months ago, of the legitimate marriage of Joseph Cranston, carpenter, absent, interesting, and of Sarah McLeod of this parish. The curiosity is that on Daniel Cranston's death certificate, it listed Sarah McLeod as his mother, but Henry Cranston as his father, and this one says Joseph Cranston.
There's fewer than 5 Cranston families in the city at this point. There's only one marriage between a Cranston and a McLeod. So it's probable that her husband's name is Joseph, but possibly his middle name is Henry.
Right. What's interesting to me, a couple things. Joseph Cranston, that's my father's name. So he's named after this
really?
person. Yeah.
Oh,
But he's absent.
that's right.
You have no idea the significance of that.
Oh, really?
No, it's really quite amazing. There's been a pattern of absenteeism by certain male members of my family lineage.
really?
Yeah. So this would follow that pattern even deeper into my ancestry, if indeed it was that. It doesn't say anything. So, it could be that he was dead.
If he was dead, it would indicate that she was a widow.
Oh, it would.
Yeah, if indeed he had left the family, it would say absent.
Is there anything else that we can now use this as a stepping stone to another?
Well, I tried to find information on both Joseph and Sarah, and I wasn't able to. But in the census of 1861, I was able to locate a Cranston.
Oh, good.
Okay?
All right. Canada East Census, 1861. All right. Under the category, it says names of inmates. Cranston, D. This must be Daniel, my great-grandfather.
Yeah.
Does that mean he's in prison?
Let's look at the first page in the census to find where exactly it is.
Ladies Benevolent Institution. What is that?
So the Ladies Benevolent Institution is for children of families that are unable to support them.
So this is for the destitute. This is for people who can't even afford to pay rent on
Probably.
something. Probably. So
Probably. I've brought for you documents from their collection about Daniel.
All right. So this is an entry book. It says James, for James Daniel Cranston, 1851. Date of admission, October 14th. My great-grandfather would be 2 years old at this time. Boy, that's sad. Circumstances and remarks. The mother obliged to go to service, as her husband is a dissipated man. A dissipated man, diminished.
So dissipated is a kind of catch-all word in the 19th century. It implies that he is drinking, that he is probably immoral.
Yeah.
But the mother, on the other hand, has gone to work.
Is that what that means? The mother obliged to go to service?
That's right. It means she would have been a servant. Servants in those days lived in the home, so she wouldn't have been able to bring a child in.
I see. And so she would see her son on weekends?
They're allowed to visit once a week.
Wow, this is really remarkable.